So, Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15 came out last night. I went ahead and watched it, and I've been covering 15 on this channel, and I also do movie reviews, so I figured let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, YouTube? Seven Shoguns here with another movie review, this time for Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. Yes, for those fans that have been waiting for this movie, it's finally come out. For everyone to see. It was out in Japan for a while, and then it came out to some theaters on the 19th. But officially, as of yesterday, the movie has come out, and I was able to go ahead and see it. So for those that aren't aware or don't know, this is a movie that is kind of like a supplement made for the game Final Fantasy 15. It's completely animated. There's no live action actors in the movie. However, it's done via mocap. So they have actors that actually get up in the mocap suits and do scenes, but then they convert them into CGI, and very similar to how you see in most games or even some movies. So since this is primarily in animated film, let's talk about the animation. It is astounding. It's really, really good. Like, the animation is so good that there are certain shots of the film that you're like, man, is that just footage? Is that just like a real building or a real forest? Like, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes because the animation looks really good. And also, this is a very action-heavy movie, and the fight scenes are done perfectly. One of the complaints I had for having children was that the fight scenes look really cool, but that was during the era of the whole shaky cam. And so a lot of the scenes were very shaky and very hard to follow. The scenes were choreographed very well. It was very easy to understand what was going on. It was very easy to follow. Some of the fighting that they're actually doing is just incredible. Honestly, it really is. I don't even know how you think of some of the action scenes and the beats that they come up with for this movie. However, one thing I will say as far as a con is that there is a bit of overacting in the movie, especially when it comes to facial animation. Because they're doing everything in CG, they really want to show off, facial animation and how well it can do and how detailed it is. But the problem with that is that the actors, you can tell, sometimes are overacting to kind of sell the facial animation technology and kind of sell how well the animation can actually cover their face. And, overall, I just didn't really buy that part of it. I thought, like, hey, you could have been more subtle with this scene here, more subtle with that scene there. It didn't ruin the movie for me, but it was kind of something I'd mention as far as a con. Alright, so let's move forward and talk about the story of the movie. This is a movie, after all. And overall, the story of the movie, the thing about it is, if you are a fan of this content, if you are looking forward to the 15, you're going to play it regardless. You actually understand the lore and the characters involved. The story is going to make a lot of sense to you. The story, I think, is really solid, and I think has a lot of actually pretty crazy twists that happen in the movie that I did not see coming at all, with the knowledge I have now going forward into the movie. However, if you're fresh, like you don't know what's going on, you're just watching the movie because you want to watch a cool movie on the weekend or whatever, this movie probably isn't for you. There's not a lot of context for newcomers coming into this world in this series, and overall, it can be kind of confusing. But let's be honest, though, if you're gonna watch this film, you probably are a fan of that content. I mean, it's very unlikely that you're gonna watch the movie and have come in with no, interest level or no knowledge of what's going on at all. So for that reason alone, it's kind of hard for me to give this movie a score because, on one hand, if you're not a fan of this content, and you're not a fan of this style of movie or 15 in general, you probably aren't gonna watch this movie anyway. I mean, the animation is solid, and the choreography and the fight scenes is really, really awesome. So if you're a fan of sort of seeing that kind of stuff, seeing like really well done action movies, you might really enjoy the scenes, but the actual movie itself isn't really for you. However, if you are a fan of Final Fantasy 15 and you're looking forward to that game, and you're already kind of aware of the mythos and the mythology and what's going on with the lore, then you're going to watch this movie regardless. You don't have to watch this review to hear from me the movie's good and you should go ahead and watch it. I mean, really, you've already probably watched the movie at this point anyway, so it's kind of hard to really give this movie a score, to be honest. One thing I will say, though, for those who are looking forward to this movie and also want to play the game, it doesn't really spoil the game at all. I mean, I haven't played the game yet, so I don't know, but from what I can tell from watching the movie, I didn't feel like nothing happened in the movie that was felt like it could be a spoiler for when the game comes out. This is definitely a prequel to the game, and so I feel like you can watch this movie, get kind of this prequel knowledge in, and then play the game and then feel prepared. So I think that's kind of what the movie is trying to be. I think it actually accomplishes that. So yeah, guys, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I am myself looking forward to Final Fantasy 15. So I was kind of aware of the lore and what was going on, so I had no problem following the movie. I think you may have issues if you're coming in fresh, but again, honestly, you probably aren't going to watch the movie anyway if you are coming in fresh. But for this review, I'm not really going to give it a score because, like I said, it can go either way. I think if you are coming in fresh, the movie might not be that great for you, but if you are aware of what's going on, the movie has excellent cinematography, excellent animation, or actually a really decent story. So overall, I think it hits all the beats it kind of needs to hit. But alright guys, that's my review for Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive. What did you guys think about it? I would love to hear your comments down below. And I want to discuss them with you and kind of get your thoughts on the movie and what you think might happen in the game and how the movie might affect the game going forward. But yeah, as always, if you like this, go ahead and hit the like button. I definitely appreciate that. And I will be doing more reviews and more updates for 15 and just more content for gaming in general. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more stuff from me. But yeah guys, that's it until the next video. I'll see you guys next time.